Hey guys! So you might have seen our videos on our all Disney official princesses bad role models, which we split into two parts. Part one on Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, and Jasmine, and part two is on Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, and Moana. If you haven't watched them, then check it out right now. When we recorded this debate, the total footage added up to just under 3 hours. And the part one and part two videos only add up to just under 50 minutes of footage. So we've decided to release a separate video for each of the princesses to show you all our points for each princess. So we aren't missing anything out. Hope you guys enjoy it. For this video, the princess we'll be focusing on is Mulan.
Okay, I love this one because I think she's really a strong-minded and strong-willed princess. And I don't exactly have bad points about her, but I do have she did kind of made one tiny mistake in the film. So when she was training and doing the montage to "I'll make a man out of you," she was falling behind the other soldiers. She was failing her tests. She wasn't getting any movements right. And soon later, was it Shang? Yeah, he dismisses her from the army because she wasn't quite strong enough. Now, if she didn't went to the army and her father was going to the camp, who would have said that it would have happened the same thing to him because he had a bad leg? He would have been sent away back home. So really, there was no point of her joining the army in the first place.
He wouldn't have been sent home. They needed all the men they could get. Here, that would happen, and more recently, yeah, it would happen, because it doesn't make sense to have someone who is gonna, hold up. And I don't mean to be rude or anything, but it would hold up. But then they really just needed all the help. It was a big fight, they need to
And they
protect the
sent her
emperor.
away because she wasn't good enough in what she was doing, but he had fought in a war before, so they know he was good enough. He would have had, even though he couldn't run and do all of that stuff, he still would have tried, and he would have been good at everything else, the archery, the throwing things. That
No,
would
but
have
he had a crippled leg. He couldn't do anything. Even if he tried sword fighting, he still collapsed.
But even with that trying, that could have been the end of him. We saw just walking up to the people what it was like for his legs, so she knew that he wouldn't have even passed the training bit. It would have been too much for him. But it might not. He might not have been sent home. He might have died. It might have been too much for him, and she was doing it to protect him at the end of the day, even if it was to protect him from just the training bit and for him to be sent home. She didn't know that would happen, but she knew going into that war was basically a death sentence, and she knew her family needed the father rather than her.
I see your point.
Okay, I guess I'll move on to the good point. So I guess she does show don't ever let limitations stop you. So in that time, women weren't supposed to be seen, they weren't supposed to be heard, but she actually throws all of those out of the door, and she goes for those gender inequalities and those social pressures that stop her from believing what she should do. And yeah, I mean, for us, there are always going to be things that hold us back, and we should believe in ourselves. We should see that there are going to be things that stop us, but we can do something about them. You don't need to be held back. Another point is that bravery opens doors to opportunity. So I mean, we do see her going into that war and stuff, but then she does get that opportunity. The emperor, when she does save China, he does go, what can I do? How can I honor you? So she does get that opportunity of, so basically we all need to be brave sometimes, and we need to step up and act on things that we believe in. And I guess another thing that she shows us is that we should persevere and we should never give up. So Shang challenges his soldiers to get the arrow from the wooden pole. and they all can't. They try, but they can't. And then he dismisses Mulan, but then she decides to try and she does it. So even if there is something that we can't do, we should still try and see if we can, because there will be a way that we can accomplish what we would need to. So never give up.
Overcome the
Right.
difficulties to get to where you want to be. It's a difficult path, but you'll get there eventually.
Be creative and think outside the box. So Mulan pointed the the rocket, and you know, she thought. Okay.
I didn't even know. I was trying to remember what rocket, and I was sitting there and I was like, hang on.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, the rocket. You mean
I'll
the
go
firework?
again.
The fire?
Yeah, it was a firework.
I don't know. the
Firework, rocket, whatever it was. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was a rocket, isn't it?
No, it was definitely a firework.
Okay.
Because I don't think they invent rockets in Dota.
It was
Just say explosive. There
it
you
was
go.
a firework rocket. No, not like a proper rocket, not like a space.
No, when
rocket,
you
like-
said rocket, I was like,
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
okay, okay. I'll say explosive. Okay, so so she takes the explosive and she positions it, and she thinks about it. You know, she thinks this would be better because this would stop all of them from coming towards us. So be creative. You know, think outside the box. You know,
You know.
that's gotta be my catchphrase. You know, you know.
I feel like as it's getting later on in the night, we'll just going. Emily's saying, you know, about every sentence. I'm just chuckling, getting the giggles.
Okay.
Grace
The
is
only
ready for
the
bed.
only the only bad one I could think of is that she does leave home and she leaves her family to worry, and you know they don't know what's going to happen. They would of course assume the worst and think that she would die because she had no training, she didn't know anything. So I guess that is a bad thing, you know. And the
She went in very
teachable moment,
unprepared.
yeah, the teachable moment would be, you know, think about what other people are going to feel, you know, before you do something.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like, thumbs up, comment, subscription, everything. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our content, and make sure to share our Disney debate videos to any Disney fans you know of. Please leave us a comment below to let us know what other Disney debates you would like to see, or if there's any other specific Disney content you'd like us to do. Till next time, bye from all of us at the Debate Box. Bye bye.
Bye.